Got one from Dragon King. This is the Tenka Fubu Katana. This is more of a higher end katana that we're going to be used for cut testing. Do some up close looks and specs. Let's get right into it. All right, so Tenka Fubu has two translations. I have my notes. All right, translation is rule the realm by military force. That's what Tenka Fubu, one of the translations of Tenka Fubu means. This is a T10 high carbon steel. If you've watched our reviews in the past, especially into last winter, you're going to hear about T10 high carbon steel from swords like LK Chen, which are really up there in corrosion resistance and also durability. A lot of different like industrial companies use T10 high carbon steel to some degree. So it seems to be a really reliable steel, and I see a pattern there between more Southeast Asian and Asian, like Chinese and Japanese swords as well. And LK Chen is no different with that. So this one is a beautiful hamon line. It's a T10 high carbon steel. The point of balance is pulled a little bit further forward with a 5-inch point of balance. This being about 2 pounds, 8.9 ounces, roughly around there. I'll have to check the notes. I'll put the notes in the some text at the bottom here. But this thing cut really, really well. Now, contextually, I say that for a lot of swords. Why? Because I'm the one that picks them out. So obviously, I'm going to pick stuff that I think is going to be interesting to the viewer, and is also going to cut very well, so that you can have an idea, get as close to three-dimensional as possible with a sword like this. The wrap is done really, really well. It's a darker brown than I believe is on the website, so if you look at the link in the description below this video, this wrap will probably be a little bit darker, but it is a dark brown. It's not black. It's dark brown. The ray skin is coarse. I like a more coarse ray skin, especially to just get that grip in there, and that's the traditional wrap anyway. A feature that I like, I'm big on the handle. So the handle is flat. I would not call it skinny, but is definitely not more rounded like you'll see in other katanas. So this one's definitely flat, so that edge presentation that you're going to have with two hands or with one hand is really solid. Cutting on it was awesome. I didn't have any problems with it at all. Working that with one hand, working that with two hands. Really, really great with that. I would put this one in the Lifetime collection. So this is not an inexpensive katana by any means, but from the fits and fittings of this one, to the ray skin feel, to how tightly wrapped it is, it's just really, really awesome. I mean, you've got even the actual guard itself is a samurai helmet. It's a military helmet. So I'll get a lot more up close looks. It's kind of weird to do it from this angle right now. We have this bright red scabbard. It's a gloss finish to it, just like you would see with most katanas that have a black finish to them, like a black scabbard that has lacquer on it. This is a red, and it doesn't feel cheap. It's just probably going to be more resistant to scratches and things like that. And having this displayed on a sword stand, that red is really going to pop too, so it's really, really sick. I really like the scabbard, how the brown is going to match this brown here. And it just looks good. They just did a really good job in the wraps. Like the detailing on it is really nice. They really took their time with this one, which I think they do with a lot of their stuff with Dragon King, but especially something for this price point. The draw is nice. Tip is super pointy, so if you are doing any type of thrusting with water bottles and soft, appropriate targets for martial arts training, not gonna have a problem with that. And then tatami went through like a breeze. So those are my first impressions on it. It's more of a beefy, definitely something that if you're looking for a lifetime investment and you're looking at something that is more pricey, but if you're looking for something that's really high quality for cutting, this would definitely be up there. So if you didn't watch the previous reviews, I'm going to be doing a review of all the swords I'm doing this month in one video, going through a couple different specs on them to show you what you get for, generally speaking, for that price point. So something that's on the cost-effective one, something in the middle, and then something more like this that's in like the lifetime investment and higher end type of katanas. I've never gotten my hands on a traditional katana from Japan, the ones that are like 10 grand that take a couple years to make. I don't have access to those. If you do, let me know in the comments below how they felt, and let me know if you've done any cutting with them. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but that would be something to, if you want to share that in the comments below, let me know, because I would be curious to see that. So those are my first impressions. This is a really well built katana. It's sturdy. That would be a way of putting it, sturdy. This thing cut very, very well. Didn't expect anything less. And the fit and fittings are really what make this unique, besides being a high quality performing sword. Let's do some up close looks at this one in the scabbard and out of the scabbard. Overall length is going to be 42 inches. Blade length 29 5/8 inches with a weight of 2 pounds, 8.9 ounces. Edge very sharp, as you'll see in the cutting. Width of the blade 31.5 millimeters. With a thickness that goes from 7.3 millimeters to 4 millimeters. Point of balance 5 inches from the guard. Grip length 10 3/4 inches with a blade steel of T10 high carbon steel. This is obviously a katana. It's put in the battle ready category. Culture is Japanese and it's manufactured by Dragon King. Some more up close looks of the fit and fittings of the ray skin and also the guard, so you can get some more up close looks of that. You'll see the helmet guard, which I think is just an awesome feature that they put on this. And a couple more extreme up close looks of the hamon line of this katana. Okay, talking about cut testing, I kind of already mentioned it, but I'm going to put this one in the high performing category for the follow through, the edge quality, the ability for this one to handle tatami mats and not really have any blemishes on it. I do, for all the swords that I cut with for these reviews, whether they are on the price point or they are high end, I always clean them with the Flitz knife and gun care kit, which is available at kultofathena.com. It's a really easy way to keep your swords maintenance. You can check that. I'm going to put the link for that in the description below this video, because if you're buying a sword for somebody, or if you're starting a collection, or you just need to re-up your sword maintenance kits, you can have that on hand. It's easy to pack, and it's just really easy to spray that on and keep your blades in tip-top shape. Let's look at the cutting with the Tenka Fubu from Dragon King. Sword's so good it flew off the stand. Alright, so that's it for the Tenka Fubu Katana from Dragon King. Definitely in the high performing category for katanas, for cutting, and also for aesthetics as well. If you're looking to pick this one up to add to your collection, or for a very generous gift for someone else, click the link in the description below this video to buy this one today. And if you also need sword maintenance kits, look for the link for the Flitz knife and gun care kit, also in the link below this video. I'm your host Tom for Kult of Athena's YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next review.